Okay, it looks like we're live. Just some things here. Second. All right, looks like that's all working. Welcome to Gear Talk, episode 57, I believe. I had to test a few, so I'm streaming and recording from a different computer today. I've got a different setup, so hopefully everything looks right. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Um, I got I got a new monitor. I got a new headset. Um, Hopefully this sounds a little better. Pretty sure I got all of the settings correct. I've recorded a few other videos, but this is the first time I'm actually streaming, so hopefully this all works out. I did send a message out saying the Gear Talk was starting. Nobody's in here yet. I don't know if anybody's gonna join today. Excuse me. If you do jump in, just say something in the chat so I can make sure that everything is working correctly. Yeah, so might be a shorter live stream, especially if I'm just by myself and I don't have anybody to bounce questions off of. So, yep, welcome to Gear Talk. It's a Sunday. It's a pretty lazy day, at least for me. First, let's talk about GB a little bit. So GC finals are next week. We don't have the time for them yet. We won't know until server reset tonight. It does look like TFC and Win will be fighting for third and fourth place, and then again, EXE will be fighting TNB for the championship. Now, just based on well, first let me say I did take a week off of work, as I do for every championship. Not only is it just so I can make sure that I'm available for that day, but also it just kind of lines up with like my work schedule. It's nice to take a break. Those every like 4 or 5 months. Nice to take that break. So I don't know which one's going to come first. Usually the past couple times it's been third, fourth place fights and then championship fights. I don't know if that's going to work the same way this time. But like always, I can't personally stream the championship fight. That's probably what everybody actually wants to see and wants to watch. I am not going to be streaming the third and fourth place match next week. Some of you may be aware that I'm not going to stop the game. I'm not going to stop Gear Talk. I might do other standalone videos for Ark of War, but yeah, I've got other stuff going on. I've got other games that I'm recording and I'm playing. So, uh, to be completely honest, I just don't feel like recording for like those 4 hours for a match that most people don't really care about. The last couple times that I've streamed the third and fourth place match, I didn't get a whole lot of viewers. There wasn't a whole lot of engagement. So, if I'm not getting that engagement, then I don't want to waste my time streaming it. As far as the championship match goes, sorry, I've been talking a lot this morning. Got to take drinks every now and then. But as far as the championship match goes, I am willing to use my setup to facilitate streaming the championship match on my channel, but I cannot personally speak, I have to pay full attention to the championship match. So if there's someone I don't know if Yoda's watching, if he can or even wants to stream the match on his channel. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with it, or he'll do it on mine. If there's somebody out there that reaches out to me that I actually trust, to not be a douchebag on my channel, I'd be willing to stream it on my end and just let them narrate uh, the match. If not, once again, there won't be a championship stream on this channel just because I can't. I've got to play it and I can't do both at the same time. Yeah, yeah. It's not. I mean, a little bit of it. Hold on, my okay. On my end, it says that we're still streaming, but it went weird. Give me 1 second. It says we're streaming, but the video cut out. So I want to go to my YouTube and see if it is still streaming. Bear with me here. What's going on? See, it says live. Okay, it says we're live. Okay, hold on. Let me click on it real fast, and then I'll just make sure it's still actually streaming my screen here. Just make sure it's still actually streaming my. Okay, it is. I don't know. That's weird the way it swapped over to my thumbnail. Huh. Yeah, Otter in the chat. I'm pretty sure that TFC is, gonna take third place. That, I just don't think anybody really wants to watch it. There's not, especially on my channel. And I don't know if it is uh me personally. I don't know if it's my YouTube, my content, if it's the game itself, people aren't interested. I don't know what it is, but the engagement has really gone down a lot for me when it comes to Ark of War. So yeah, I don't think people really care all that much about third and fourth place. Championship, yeah, I would imagine that people would want to watch the championship. It's not something that I can actively do. Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, I'll make a post. What's up, Aries?
You today?
What's up?
Nobody else wanted to join today?
Nah, I guess not.
Okay, well, we could talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was saying, I'll make a post. If I could find somebody that wants to stream the championship, that's something I'll consider doing. Otherwise, unfortunately, I gotta play, so I can't stream and play at the same time.
Sad part is I don't really even know who's around anymore. Most of the streamers I used to know, they're all gone.
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was me, Reggie, um, Yoda, what's his that Sabin guy, and like pretty much like
Yeah.
I think that Sabin guy. I think he still does videos, but I don't think it's a lot of Ark of War. Reggie quit. Yoda, I don't think he
Was that the
has.
Astro Wolf guy?
Yes, Astro Wolf. That's his name. I gotta adjust your volume. Got a new. All right, say something, Aries.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, no. The problem is, so I got like a little bit of a different setup. I'm on a different computer now, and I got a new monitor, new headset, and you were like blaring in my ear super loud. I just had to turn you down a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but no,
But
like
it's
everybody
okay.
stopped.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's just lack of interest or incentives or what, but not very many streamers left.
Yeah, I mean, I at some point I think I read something Yoda wrote in his Discord. Like it's not that he's like against doing any videos. It's just that there's nothing for him to do, so there's no point in.
Yeah, we haven't exactly had any groundbreaking developments lately.
Yeah, I mean, there's been
Like
little.
I hate to be the one to say it, but most of what's come out has been half-assed. So
Yeah, and it's like half the time, when something does come out, like there's no way for us to like test it, right? To like make a video. Like, I mean, I want to talk a little bit about the AI here later, but it's like the AI is out, but there's no way to even test it. And even if there was a way to test it, like, do I really want to spend the time to, get the AI, build it up, test it, make a video on it when even after all that, like, what are you gonna get? Like maybe 100 views? Like all that work, it's just you don't get anything from it.
well, and I mean, I remember the beginning of the game way back when like Melt started making videos, shit like that. And I'll say back then there was a lot more incentive in making them because it was putting out information that wasn't known. Like it was all early game development. But now we're basically the only content you have that hasn't been done 10 times. This new stuff that comes out.
Yeah. And in order to do the new stuff, you got to get the new stuff. And then even with
Which
the
I haven't even seen those chips yet for the new AI. Have you?
no, I don't know how do you get those.
It's
That's what I
too early.
mean. So that's what I mean. They released the AI, but how long until they release the components to unlock it? That's what I'm curious.
Yeah.
Day before the final.
Get that max freaking spend rush of people in the finals trying to get it.
Oh yeah.
But really, I only see one of those AIs being critical, but
I mean, they're both kind of wonky.
I see one of them being decent. The one that raises, what is it, crit and crit damage, whatever. I see that being useful for Aya.
Yeah.
The other one seems good for shutdown commanders. Because if you're dodging and you like, for instance, if you had a dodge build Stella with dual blades, that the commander you're going up against is just constantly going to miss, and then the trigger rate keeps on lowering and lowering to the point where it doesn't even matter about dual blades anymore because they can't trigger anything.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how they're going to work when both of them are in play.
Well, there can only be one active at a time. So like
Yeah, so is that
they'll
like if whoever goes first gets to apply to everything or something like that?
yeah, so like if you have hold on, let me actually go to it so I can get these names. So like
Because
if
I'm
me and
guessing they
you
both trigger before like anything goes on. Yeah.
well if me and you are fighting and I have the disruptor and you have the tempest, like let's say I go first, like the disruptors affects everybody, and
Yep.
then once you go, your tempest overrides my disruptor, and then I go and disruptor overrides the tempest, and it goes back and forth like that. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's either it works that way or does it go? Somebody's got
No, that's how
Sun
it works.
Raven and their disruptor goes first,
No, that's how it
and
works.
then you
It's
can't.
it's confirmed. They override each other.
Okay,
So only
so
one
every
can
time
be.
it's your go, it's
Yeah, they override each other, so it goes back and forth. There can only be one effect active at a time. So yeah, like if you have a level 50 disruptor and I have a level 40 disruptor, even if it's the same one, they're supposed to override each other going back and forth.
okay.
At least that's how
That
it's
kind of makes
supposed to
sense.
work. Yeah, at least
But
that's how it's
but
intended to work.
does that mean that maybe it like the things that happen on it don't stack and they don't stay? It just resets. Maybe.
Well, it does if you've
'Cause-
so if you've got Rebel and I've got Disruptor, then there's only one Disruptor, so nothing is getting overridden. They're not, you know, because I think they do have stacking effects. Yeah, so the effect of this disruptor magnetic field is increased by an additional 10% each time disruptor magnetic field generator casts its feature skill. So yeah, they are gonna stack no matter what,
I
but
just like obviously they've got like that skill reduction. Does that stack onto the next round, or is that just for the round where you miss? Because you would
the
assume
skill
it carries
trigger.
on. Yeah, so like let's just say so basically the person's got this ability going on. They attack, they don't trigger any like guaranteed hits or anything like that. They
Mhm.
miss. That means the trigger rate gets reduced. That's gonna have to apply for the next round, isn't it? So if it applies to the next round, does it last for one round or does it stay until it gets nullified by a guaranteed hit, where it kind of goes the way and becomes a damage boost?
Well, like if slot one misses, it gets the trigger rate
Trigger rate
reduction,
debuff.
and it
But
can't.
if it hits the next round,
If it hits the
it
next round, then it'll swap to the damage boost, but it's gonna.
yeah, so it completely gets rid of the negative skill trigger rate then.
No, because it's still the skill trigger rate is still gonna be in effect when you start that turn. So you're gonna have the
Well,
negative.
when they hit, does it erase the negative? Is basically what we're wondering.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It says a slot will only be affected by one type of magnetic field effect. But does that mean like between the two types? Yeah, I get. But like, is it also the
Yeah, you
magnetic field effect? So you can only have a skill trigger rate debuff, or you can only have a damage buff. You can't have both
yes.
at the same
No,
time.
you can't have both. So,
Yeah.
but the thing about the damage to skill trigger rate is when you start your turn, you have to trigger the skill before you deal damage. So you're gonna have the negative skill trigger on yourself, and then once you hit, then that'll go away. So you're still gonna have the debuff, except the next time you come around, you'll have the damage buff and not the trigger. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
they do.
I just yeah, just curious a bit like if it's going to be like 0.4% trigger rate, if you miss the next time, does it become 0.8% or whatever the percentage increase from wherever the disruptor levels?
Um, I
Because it's 10%
don't believe
increase
so.
every trigger into it. So
I don't believe so. I think it's one, because that's not the part that's stacking. The part that's stacking is like the bottom part. The effect of the disruptive magnetic field isn't okay. So yeah, it does
it's increased
increase,
by 10%. So it must do. It must start like so.
but
You must be like, oh, it's 0.44% next round, and then it's 0.48% the round
but
after that.
the good thing is, like, let's just say that the trigger rate is 1%, right? To make the math easier. The good thing is the next time it goes, it's not going to be increased to 2%. It's going to increase to 1.1% because it's only at 10%. So in that sense, it's good because it's only increasing by 10%.
But people running dual blades are still going to watch it because that's only skill triggers that it's decreasing, so you can still trigger Gemini just fine.
Yes.
Dual Blades cuts out gems as well.
Well, that's what I mean. The AI, it sounds like it's just skills, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
they
just
can
your
still
skills.
trigger Gemini as okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's true.
So you're still gonna want dual blades, or at least preempt it for the first round. But
yeah, but I mean, the problem with gems is it's always been the problem with gems. It's a 20% trigger. Like it's not. You need like a wings effect
It's a very low
in order to
monster.
even try to get it. So it doesn't matter that it doesn't affect gems. They've already got
no,
it.
but it can screw you though if they do get a lucky proc on a gem.
Yeah, I mean, it could help with like up against a wings effect because I mean it's going to affect the wings. So if you're not getting your wings triggers because of the AI, you're also not probably getting your gem effects either.
That's interesting. It's also probably going to be a better damage boost skill compared to the other ones that we've got. Like it triggers on the first go, so what 10%? I mean Pioneer's probably still gonna be better as a first.
I was about to say I don't think it's gonna be better than Pioneer though for damage.
Pioneer is
Overall,
just
it will be if it's a long-term thing, but first round thing it won't be.
yeah, but that's the problem with the meta now is like you're not lasting like those multiple turns. Like if you want a straight damage, Pioneer's just better. Like it starts at the very beginning of your round. It doesn't have any negative effects to it. It's just a straight damage bonus. Like yeah, in the end this is probably a bigger damage bonus, but if it's got a negative effect to it. Like you can lose trigger rate, which is not good.
You can also provide bonus damage to your opponent as well.
Yes, because it affects the entire battlefield. It
Yeah, so
affects all
you're
slots.
giving the opponent a chance to get more damage on you as well.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've got Pioneer and he's using Disruptor, and you've got damage bonus on you for Disruptor and Pioneer, like you're gonna crack him. Like I like the idea, and I'm not saying they're bad. Like I can see that it's gonna have some uses. Like they're not terrible AI, but I just safer than sorry use Pioneer or use Rebel. I don't see them taking over for.
I definitely think it's going to be worth keeping the old AIs. They're still as good, so I don't think anybody's going to miss out. I think it's going to benefit those comms that are really difficult to get anyway. Like Zeph's probably going to enjoy this, etc. But not everyone's going to have a S-class Zeph to match it with.
Yeah, with the gear.
It's not like it's going to affect me. I'm not going to run either one of them.
Yeah.
I run Orochi, so either one.
Yeah,
of those
Rebel's just so reliable for those sort of comms.
Yeah,
I don't
it's so
run
good.
any dodge attack comms, so.
Yeah, they have their niches, where they're gonna work with certain comms a lot better. I'm not mad they put them in the game. Like having more options is always good, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it adds more variety to games. People can test out, see what's good. You might be a commander there that you didn't expect that does really well with these.
Yeah, I mean there could always be a commander that comes out in the future, because we never know. Plus, they did add the I mean I can't show it right now.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad they did. It is like a godsend.
They added the Oh, I can show it. There you go. So I can use all. Well, I can only use 8 right now. But once we go to develop, we hit the documents, and you got a slider. So if you need to upgrade, if you want to swap something, Yeah, you can do it much faster. You gotta click 70,000 times anymore.
3,000 times.
If
Yeah,
you ever, heaven forbid, have to swap to another AI, life becomes a lot easier.
it does.
Oh, I remember when I swapped from AI1 to Rebel. I swear that was a good hour off and on of just clicking that shit.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
done it
that's
once, and I don't think I'll ever. Until this, I was like, if I ever have to swap again, it's gonna be so painful.
Me, I'm sitting here like, nope, that's it. I'll just start building the new one.
Yeah, it's probably easier.
yeah. The quality of life is just so much better with that little slider.
Speaking of documents, I did notice I've been doing really well with Imperial lately.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Got some extra
I haven't missed a
documents.
one yet.
Isn't that crazy?
Good.
That's crazy, bro.
It's a lifesaver, dude. Like seriously, I
Someone's like,
always hated it because it happens like right in the middle of my work shift, right around the busy time. So like I never get to do it.
if I log on and we're like at that stage where we're waiting, I always just chuck in a hit just in case I do miss it. Because if you've got some damage on something, you'll
Yeah,
get your rewards.
yeah. You at least get something. Oh, oh my god. Dude, I've been talking all morning.
So you got this next week off then, Grinch?
Yep. I always take like I was saying, like at the beginning of the video, I always take a week off for finals, not just because I'm playing in it. I want to make sure that I can make the day, but it kind of lines up with my schedule to where it's nice for me to take a week off like every like 4.5, 5 months.
Oh yeah.
Just take a break from work.
Time off. That's a new concept for me.
Oh, dude, I have so many hours. Like they encourage us to take time off.
I just never do. I take like one vacation a year.
It's really funny because we, as a UK citizen, you legally have to take at least 20 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but obviously that's part like I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. I think Europe's quite the same as well, but like they're quite proactive with that. So like companies will provide you with those holidays. You don't have to like pay for them or anything like that.
I take like 10 days off in the spring, and then most of the rest of my PTO time, I usually just take like partials, like go in late, leave early, shit like that.
Yeah, like obviously I would like to get paid more than I do. However, the one really good thing about where I work is the vacation. Cuz like I just took 40 hours and like for the week, and I'm taking next Thursday and Friday off for Thanksgiving. But by the time next finals rolls around in like what 5 months or so, like I'm going to have all those hours back. They give a lot of vacation time where I work.
I get what is it like? Just over 2 days a month vacation time. It's like 9 hours every 2 weeks.
Trying to think of what I get.
And I get paid holidays off. So like Thanksgiving, Christmas, shit like that, I get paid a paid day off. That doesn't take PTO time.
Yeah, that whole concept's so weird. We literally like as part of a job, you get between 25 to 28 days off a year, and that's paid as well.
I technically I get 4 weeks a year, 28 days. Right now, if you do the math, I think it's just slightly more than that, but round up, it's
Yeah, cuz I know every year they give us a week. Like every time we hit our anniversary, they give us a week. And then I want to say I get like about 3 to 4 just naturally over the year. So I get because like I have like 250 hours right now, and I just took a week off, and by the time I get back to next finals, I'm gonna have all those hours back.
Mine caps at 160. No, yeah, 160 hours.
Oh
But
Jesus.
anything anything over that goes into EML. So if you get sick or something.
No. So we have. I realize this is an Ark of War, and we'll get back to that in a second. But you know, we have regular PTO, and then we also have you know, emergency paid time off. But we use our regular PTO
That's what
for
our
like,
EML is.
yeah. But we have, I want to say it's like 320 hours that we can bank. The bad thing is once we hit that, we can't get any more. So it's use it or lose it. And my company is, when you get anywhere near 300, they start like, hey, when you gonna take some time off? When you gonna take some time off? Hey, you can take a week off. So I mean that's the best thing about where I work is they're really good with PTO.
Well, that's the thing with us is we don't have a cap on the EML. So once you hit 160, it's like a rollover thing. Any hours you get go into EML. And I know people with like 900 plus freaking hours in their email.
Yeah, so in that sense, yeah, that's better than mine because once you hit your cap, you hit your cap. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Anyways, back to Ark of War.
Back to the two things that we can talk about with Ark of War. I mean, we covered AI. What else did they change? I don't think they really changed a whole lot. Oh, I can't show it unfortunately, but oh, the it used to be every Monday morning after reset, you click on your gold and you can pick up the little chest or whatever. They apparently changed it to it's every day now. You can pick up a little chest. So technically, they increased rewards. 'Cause it used to be 100 HC, no UC every week, and now it's 140, which is not a significant change, but it's a nice little change.
Actually, before I lose service here in a few minutes, I had a quick question if anyone else has noticed and figured it out. Starsea Conquest. When you click on the planet, roll back, I saw little attack buttons underneath garrisons from the opponent. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah, that's part. It's been part of the game since.
Has it? I
So
just
you can. Sorry, you go. Grinch.
no. I was gonna say I click on it, I click March, and then I forget. I don't really fuck with it that much.
I've never noticed it because I don't really do Starsea that often. I usually just forget about Starsea. And I was in there, I noticed it. So you could choose who you fight?
Yeah. So when you go into like a garrison, let's just say there's like 20 on one side, 20 on the other, and it's attacking. If you're like at the back of like the queue, you can choose to like attack one of those people who's in the defense, not the one that's currently fighting, but any of the others, and knock them out of their queue. And then you have like a 5 minute cooldown. Obviously, if you lose, you get knocked out yourself, so you have to resend. But it's kind of like a so if you get into like a big queue where there's like 150 against 150, and they've got a guy who's got a max lead Zeph or something like that right at the front, and your commander can actually beat it. Well, maybe not. It's not right at the front, but yeah, basically you can choose somebody in that lineup and attack them directly and knock them out. But you can only do it every 5 minutes.
Huh.
I've rarely used it. It's very niche.
That also sounds
Well, I
like
mean,
you
but
have to
it also
be.
work if they have something if they have something in the front that you can't beat, but there's something behind it you want.
Yeah, it means that you can like kind of go, oh, there's a big DS behind this Zeph. Well, I can kill the DS, but I can't kill the Zeph. I'll be like, oh, fine. Well, I'll use that ability, kill that DS, and then just pull my commander out of it because I know I'm not going to beat the Zeph.
Huh.
It also sounds you have to
You can
like be
also
active,
yeah, you do.
which I'm not gonna do. I'm not doing that.
Like I said, I've only ever done it once, just to like once or twice to try it out. But if you like, for instance, if you want to bully somebody and be like, "Oh, look who's it's in the queue," I'm gonna jump in and knock him out. That's probably the most enjoyable use of this ability.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that existed.
But yeah, you only see it when you're in a capital and it's like about to attack or during the attack phase of it.
Oh yeah, I've
So yeah,
never once done that.
if you want to pick on somebody,
Hmm. Dude, I can barely remember just to send, let alone to be active when it's like attacking.
most of your points will come from the NPC marches, I guess. You
Yeah, the
send them to kill
garrison,
the NPC marches. That's where all your points come from most of the
pretty
time.
much.
Unless you're like someone like Judge who just goes and puts it into like anything expecting to win.
It just sits there. It just
Man,
work.
I'm only jealous. I wish I had 15 plus max commanders where
Dude,
I didn't have to worry about sending.
wish you had 5 max lead commanders with full marches and 3-piece and 50 gear you can just send and forget.
Oh yeah, to be fair, like he's got more than that, but he can't even use them all.
Well, yeah,
They're
and
really not catering to him very well.
oh yeah, he's got so many max leads, but it's you can only use 5 at a time, so it's like whatever. The
Oh god,
fucking
you just wait. That'll be the next thing. Oh, we're going to make leadership 3 billion now.
that arc is so stupid. It's close to hitting 10 bill though.
Yeah. Maybe actually, to be fair, maybe it is time for leadership to be bumped up again.
No, it the fuck is not. No, it is not. Leave it
But
alone.
there's no difference between it'll just make some differences just a bit more obvious.
Yeah, you think? Dude, I've been playing this game like over 2 fucking years, and I've only got 645k lead. So,
Yeah, it is one of like the most. I wouldn't say underrated. I think everyone who's below max lead really worries about it because it is really difficult to get. Everyone that's got at least one max lead just just kind of like stops caring about it as much. But I remember that grind was horrible. Getting to
it
max lead is so
is
difficult
it is bad. I mean,
because
that's
there is like no guaranteed way of speeding it up.
no, not without spending a ridiculous amount of money, which I'm not doing. So,
They used to do some broken events where people went from like your level to like max lead because they that shadow matter oracle basically was why some people got huge leads, and they will never do that again as much as everyone will ask for it because it was just like, yeah,
but
people
see,
got
that's
500k mags because of it.
that's that's what kind of infuriates me, right? Because like they want people to come in the game, but it takes so long to get to one max lead com. For someone like 406 or Crack or Judge, like them getting another max lead doesn't mean anything for their arc. Like their arc doesn't immediately get stronger. But for a lot of people, having just one max lead would make them significantly stronger. But it takes so fucking long to get there.
I don't know why they don't try and
Like
improve, increase the event, like basically make it easier because
in the end of the day, these people who've got the max league comms and stuff like that have had them for a while now, and like allowing others to get to it's not going to change the fact that these people are just going to be better than majority of the people with like other max league comms because they've
well,
tweaked their builds, they've had the most advanced gear for it all. Like
yeah, it's not
it's
not
not
so
going to hurt if you go
much.
against another.
Yeah, it's not so much about max lead. It's about like what is your tech and what does your gear look like. Because you can have max lead all day, but if you're using level 30 gear, you're probably gonna lose.
So maybe they should improve that.
Like with my AI on my IRA, I'm at 840k, almost 850k lead. So that's like half of max lead after 2 years with my AI. So
I
I'm
mean,
a,
realistically, it took me probably 7 years to get max lead. I think 6, 7.
but you see that's the problem with where the game is right now. Honestly, I don't see myself playing this game another 2 years.
Yeah.
Because
Unless they,
eventually,
like I said, they ramp it up a bit more.
well, it's see, I don't think the fundamental issue right now is with the game itself. I think it's with the player base. Because if you don't have anybody to play against, then what the fuck's the point of playing?
Yep.
Because like I hear people complaining all the time about, like, don't get me wrong, 3-piece is a problem. You know, multiple max lead comms, the prices of these new fifth skill commander, like having a S class Zeth, S class Matt. I'm sure the air comms coming out soon. Some of the prices as well as like how good some of the new gear is. Like all of this is a problem, but it's not something that you can't overcome. I I think it fundamentally the issue is more people are leaving the game than coming into it, or just staying in general. And at a certain point when you have no one to play against, then there's no real point in playing anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree.
But I think one of the issues with that is, you know, who wants to play a game for 4 fucking years before they get one max leadership commander? Like nobody's playing games like that long anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Disband 780. It will form like 4 new servers.
But no,
It's
I mean,
okay.
like if they increased all these things, made it more easier, they've done it before, and as much as like people who've spent and got all this effort, I guess, to get towards it, they're not going to be that much bothered by other people getting it because it's not that much of a big deal. Like,
Well, you're
if it
spending to
becomes,
get it first or early, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't mind if somebody else gets max lead now because it's like, well, I know I've learned what one max lead com can do and how best to use it for myself.
But if it ever gets to the point where there's no one to fight and I don't want to play anymore, that's when I'll finally give it to Grinch.
But at that point, Grinch probably won't
Yeah.
want to play anyway.
I'll be like, there ain't
Do
no
I
way to.
have to?
I mean, I, I understand that this is like hyperbolic, but like, let's just say that EXE wins like the next 5 GCs in a row. I'm gonna quit. There's nothing left for me to do in the game. Like, I'm just gonna quit. It's like we won. Like, if we win like 7 championships in a row, it's like, okay, maybe I've beaten the game and I can stop playing because there's nothing left to do.
Well, that's the thing. If that happens, I won't be. I mean, no, it'll be just the way of things. What people will do is they'll be like, "Oh, maybe we want to make this a bit more of a challenge on ourselves," and then you'll find like
a third of the guild will go and form another guild to be a bit more competitive or something. Like you
But
said,
I
the
just got
guild will
work,
split
guys.
up
I'm
into
hop off.
different. All right, Aries.
All
I'll
right.
be back later if you're still on.
All right. I'll see you later. Yeah, I think it kind of goes for each person. Like I like the fact that Judge is still playing, but if you look at it objectively, why the fuck is Judge still playing? Like, what left do you have to do in the game? Like, how many three pieces does he have? How many max? Like, at what point is he like, okay, like there's really nothing left for me to do? And that might be, 2 or 3 GC wins, and he's like, all right, I've got nothing left to do.
Well, that's probably why you see players like that go into another guild and trying another guild out, because they're like, well, I've done so much here. What's there to try somewhere else? Let's see if somebody else's guild is interesting to play with and stuff like that, and that other interaction of different people as well.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
saying that that's what's going to happen, but
different people have what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's so simple, and I just can't think of it.
different things that they look for in a game.
Yeah, like they have different, not values, but I don't know. Sure, let's just say they have different values when it comes to game. Like Otter says, I must recycle the useless sweep pen gear. Honestly, that doesn't bother me. Like, I have no gear doesn't. How do I put this? What my gear looks like doesn't, like, I could get 3-piece and it doesn't bother me. Like, I want to get, one of my goals is to get T12, but to get 50 gear, no matter what the 50 gear is, like, that's just not a goal of mine. Like, I don't care to get that. I could
Yeah,
quit the
well, I mean
game.
that's
Yeah, I could personally quit the game with 45 gear. That it's not one of my personal goals. It may be for other people, like, oh, I'm not going to quit until I get, full set of 50 gear. So yeah, it just depends. Like, I'm not going to quit until I get T12.
and if you get to 12, you want to at least find out what it's like
Yeah, I
to
want to.
play with T12.
Yeah, I'm not going to get T12 and quit. I want to get T12. I want to, I want to play with it. I want to, have fun. But 50 gear, I don't care about that.
You can be very effective without it.
I'm trying to think of like
There
other
might be certain
things.
builds that are quite specific for getting 50 gear, but
Yeah, it's not one of my. To be honest, there's not a whole lot of stuff I really have left that I want to do, because like I've won, with EXE, I've won a Cassiton, I've won multiple GCs. Gear isn't important to me, and I'm never gonna have Sunraven, so that's something I'm not gonna aspire to. It's gonna take me 4 or 5 more years to get max lead. That's not something I'm gonna aspire to. Like T12, like that's about all I have left, is to unlock T12 and play with it. That's pretty much my
you can
only
try out
goal.
airships. I don't think you've tried airships, have you?
I have. I've got a T12 airship account that I've messed around
Okay,
with.
fair dues. Oh, okay, fair dues.
Oh, I wasn't. No, I've got my own airship T12 account that I've played around with, and I've also played around with his account, which is airships, obviously. But like I personally want to get T12 on my Ark.
Mm.
Other than that, like what else is there
I
to
mean,
do?
that's
Like,
that's one of the things. That's one of the things that stopped me from doing what some people do and buying somebody else's account and playing with that one, because I've kind of enjoyed like the progression of my original Ark, which is this one, and it's like how far I get this is my achievement towards this game.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm doing,
And that's
is
why like yeah.
see how far I can get on my own with this account.
Back for a few minutes. I'm gonna make a quick trip to the store for work here, so
Okay. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm probably. I would say at most I probably have 2 years max left in this game, depending on different things. Probably less.
not a
Well,
lot.
that's the thing. I do think that this game needs some incentive to bring in more people. I just don't know how they want to do it. Because it's not exactly like it's not a very popular like in terms of numbers game, so I don't know how they're going to get out there and if they do the advertising that they've done like with this game in general, I don't see how they're going to get more people doing it that way. But like when you started and everything like that, what brought you to this game? Like,
Well,
A fake advertisement that had nothing to do with the actual game.
I
oh, is that
honestly
what like
I didn't see any
that's
of
like
that.
got you?
I didn't see any of that. I had just quit playing. I was playing Raid Shadow Legends for a long time, and I got to the point where I was like, I there's nothing left for me to do in this game. So I quit playing, and I was literally just scrolling through Google Play, and I saw like honestly, back then on Google Play, like they didn't have a bunch of fake pictures up. They had like just a couple pictures, and it looked like the actual game when I started playing. And it was talking about, have an arc and fight with or whatever they said back then. I was like, all right, you know what? Just what's the worst thing that could happen? I don't like the game, and I just uninstall it. So I installed it and I started playing, and I was like, this feels like, and this was before like Sunraven wasn't out yet, Broken Fortune wasn't out yet. Like the biggest thing was Tier 12, right? That was the thing when I first started. There wasn't any of this broken equipment. So I was like, you know what? I could see myself putting a few years into this game. Like playing long term isn't a big deal for me personally. A lot of people have an issue with playing long term. But then Sunraven came out and Broken Fortress was a big deal. And I was like, okay, I need to evaluate like how long I'm going to play this game. And one thing led to another, and I have no fucking clue how I got here, but I went to 780. I somehow got into BDB, and then I got into EXE, and I have no idea how any of that happened. But honestly, if I never made it,
What
if I never made it into EXE, I probably still wouldn't be playing the game. I probably would have quit because it'd be pointless for me to keep playing.
what game did you say you were playing before this?
Before this, I played Raid Shadow Legends for a long time.
I just started playing that like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, you want my account?
Yeah.
You want my account? I still got it, I think.
I just started playing. I've been just trying to find other things to occupy my mind during the downtime because
Yeah.
this game's become boring outside of CAS and GC, so I've been exploring other games online.
Yeah, that game. That's kind of how that game went. Like there was like I hit a point to where it's like, okay, either I have to start spending money to progress, or I have to spend a lot of time. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, it was fun while it lasted. I'm glad I played it because I played it for like 4 years. But I hit a point where I was like, okay, there's nothing left for me to do. I'm not having fun, so I just quit. And I feel like I'm maybe 2 years away from that with Ark, maybe less. Because like I said,
Yeah, but your request to leave the game has been denied because who am I going to get my Ark to if you quit too?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't sell it. I'm going to get like pennies on the dollar, so why sell it?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like how many galactic campaigns can you win before you're like, all right, I beat the game? You know what I mean?
But I think overall, like GC is great. I think the best thing about GC is the fact that when you say you win, like you feel really good about it.
Hmm.
But I think Castletown is definitely a more fun.
Well, so that's what's keeping me in the game. Like, don't get me wrong, I have fun when we get to finals. The regular season is kind of boring, but for me, that's what keeps me in this game is actually Cass right now because I still find Cassitan fun.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that's annoying about Cass is the weenie spam. But I think everyone gets that anyway, so there's no point talking about it too much. But
Yeah.
I don't let that bother me as much because of the fact that everyone does it. So it's like, what's the point of complaining?
oh yeah, I just it would be cool if we had a system where like getting into other people's borders and through them is much easier. So you have to put more effort into stopping people.
Oh, agreed. But no, me, I also like the fact that it's not like GC either. It's actually you actually have to pay for your losses. Know what I mean? It's still real losses, even if it's a fraction of the price.
Oh yeah,
Well, the costs.
but that's the
So
thing
it's a little.
that aspect of the game is really annoying on server side because nobody plays like that on server side because it's too pricey. But
Not
Castletown, that's
anymore.
where everyone's like, oh, actually, this is actually doable, and also you get massively rewarded for fighting at that level. So
Me,
yeah,
it's the adrenaline rush difference because in GC there's no adrenaline rush to full marching Orochi. Know what I mean? Like T12. You get into Cass and you send a one full slot of T12. You're like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I like the risk that comes with it. Like it's not severe risk because, like I said, it's a lot cheaper to heal. But I
Well,
mean, a
like,
billion resources to heal a slot is still a billion resources.
but imagine if they had like like an implementation where you could go, oh, this week's gonna be raid week. Choose a server that you're gonna go and raid, and just do it like Cass,
yeah, Cass
rather than
is.
doing these. Rather than doing these silly little event things like that last one, where like people spend 5 minutes and then it's done.
Oh, the major. Yeah.
I,
Like,
I
Cass
think that
is.
event could have been a lot better.
It could have. I think they could have put a lot more into it. Like, for me, Cass is fun because I do enjoy fighting, but the rewards don't really mean anything because the only thing that's really worth it is three piece, and you'd have to win Cass for like 2 years. Like every single time, you'd have to win Cass for 2 years just to get three piece set. So that's kind of it's more about the fighting for me rather than the rewards. But how long can you
Yeah.
really? Personally, for me, I don't see myself doing that over and over and over again for years to come. Like, you can only do it so much, in my opinion.
Well, and that's basically my quit point. If you want to get realistic, like when I get three piece, I'll have fun with it a little bit, and then I'll probably be done.
Yeah, because there's probably nothing else you can really. There's nothing else for you to really do. Like all the milestones, like you've hit, like you've played in Cass, you've won Cass, you've got a max lead com, you got T12, you've won GC.
Well, I
Like,
think that's also one of the problems anyway, is when you get free piece, what's your goal after that? Oh, the next piece of gear, and it's like, but that's like $1,000 or $2,000, and you're like, "Oh, do I want to spend that much money on a new set when this one still works? And yeah,
yeah, and different people. Yeah, like I said, different people they have their different milestones that they want to hit. But Otter said you could try winning with an inferior guild. Why would I go to an inferior guild? That doesn't make no sense.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you get the Otter is the second place frame like the last thing that you actually want to get? Because I know you wanted the blue frame. Was that third place? I think. I remember him.
It was blue third place, or was it?
I don't know. I
I
remember.
can't remember which one it was. It's the one that's like it might be third place because I'm sure that if you get fourth place, if somebody is it not
Can't
fourth
you?
place?
Hold on. Can't we?
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah. How do you?
So I remember somebody going, "Oh yeah, I really want this one," and then the other team gave up and gave the game, and they were like, "Fuck's sake, can't get it."
Yeah, third place is the blue frame.
Oh, it's third place. Oh, okay.
You know, honestly, like the frame
Thank you.
frames don't really matter to me. I know some people like they really, really wanted the blue frame because that like looks the best.
Yeah, I never cared about frames myself.
The the
It's
golden
one of those
frame.
things to tick off your list, isn't it?
Yeah, I
I
could
mean,
see.
was other than slight bragging rights that you were in a guild, not even like the most contributing member. You just had to be in a guild that made first, second, third, and fourth. Other than that, though, they don't really do anything for you.
No.
Yeah, but people have
And to be fair,
different.
those what you call those writing ones are so irritating. You know the one where you get for like a month or something if you're a top contributor or whatever it is.
Oh,
You've had them a few times. They're
yeah,
just so
like
annoying.
these. I don't know if you can see the stream right now, but you talking about these? These like 30-day frames and icons.
Oh,
I got a few of them.
do they get like given as like an application so you apply it?
Yeah, you have to. They're an item like everything else. You have to activate them.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really irritating. They just like they make the chat fucking ugly as fuck.
Well, because I've got a couple chat frames, and then I've got a couple like player frames that I can use. I used a couple of them, you know, the sparkly chat frames, and I used a couple of the character icon chat frames. Like they're cool, but eventually you're like, okay, it, it it's really cool when you first get them, and then at this point you're like, okay, I don't want them no more. Like they just sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that for other people that's probably like, you know, I want the first, second, third, and fourth place frames. For me, it's like it's whatever. I don't care.
It is what it is.
I mean, some people care about the character skins. I could give a shit less about the skins.
I like some of them. Some of them are actually good.
I mean, like some of them look cool.
There's only two I think that I actually like.
Yeah, some of them look cool, but it's like some of them are like some people are like, oh, I want the skins. Like they actively want it, and I'm like, whatever. Just people have different.
Me again, they don't give you any boosts. So for me, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna spend money
that's
for a
like
skin.
Ark skins, isn't it?
I mean, I'm
The
sure
only problem
there's.
you get is the fact that no one can see what hole you're using.
Oh, I was talking about the commander skins, but the Arc Hull skins too. Like, I'm sure there are people that have every single skin.
Me, I have to feel like I have to have it. Because I mean, like, yeah, certain ones do look cool, stuff like that, and like I think I bought a total of like 3 of them on the different arcs.
The Arc
But
skin or
for
the commander ones.
the arc skins,
Oh yeah.
for me, I have to feel like I have to have it. Like if I don't look at it and go, "Oh my god, I want that," then I don't buy it. Commander skins, I just don't buy.
You can get the commander skins just by if you like accidentally do something on an event that you wanted something else, and you're like, "Oh, I got a skin with it." Okay, bonus.
Most of the skins I have, I got exactly that way.
Yeah, that's the majority of the same. Other than this last one, the
It was just like
new
an added
Iris skin.
bonus. Yeah, it's like an added bonus thing. Like, oh, I guess I got that skin. Cool.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have bought
I wouldn't have got the skin if I didn't get something else that was like actual of value to go with it. Because I know that they do that. Like, was it like $100 like open in? Was it Interstellar something Vault thing? Like they're not valuable for me unless they've got like Aether coins or something in it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, and
and
that's
I'm not like down. I'm not like down talking anyone that does spend to get the skins or anything. Not saying it's useless, anything like that, but it's for some people. It's not for others. For me, I see no point in it.
yeah, that's how. Yeah, like some people are like, I don't care what it is, I'm buying the skin because I want the skin, and other people are like, I mean, I want the items if the skin is in there, cool, but I want value for my money. It's not about the skin,
yeah, I'm just a
which I
stingy
get.
bastard. So if I'm using money, I'm doing it for like it has to be like for a good value.
Something you can actually get out of it, not just a skin that does not. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
See, I never used to be stingy like that with spending in this game. I used to spend way more than I probably should have. But I find the more I play it, the more I've gotten to the point where I just don't want to spend anymore. Like, it takes a really good event now to get me to spend.
Yep.
Why I think it's not really so much. Yeah, some of the prices have gone up, but it's probably more of you've gotten to the point to where spending, unless you're spending a lot, you're not really getting anything for it, which is probably why you're not really spending as much as you used to.
That's kind of the annoying thing. There's
Well,
a lot of the previous stuff used to be like, oh, you spend 100 this month and that'll go towards like an event in the future, and it's worth it. Like I think that's how Ronin got most of all his free piece and stuff was to do those Aether coin where you got like, well, you used to get quite a lot. You used to get 150 Aether coins for spending 100.
me, it was all excitement. Know what I mean? Like, I used to spend a lot, but those most of my spending was prior to T12 because it was the excitement of getting there.
And now that you
Yeah,
have it, you're like,
that grind to tier 12 was actually like some people were proper into it, and I can see because like when people got it, it just there was a huge jump between tier 11 and tier 12. That was, I don't know, it was very satisfying for the people who got it.
But that was the bulk of mine was prior to that, and after I hit that, it was like at first it went like 50% of what I used to spend, and now most of mine is how should I put it? Not buying packs, giving it somewhere else.
yeah. Well, that's like from like I am so close to T12, and it's like after I get there, like, fuck else am I supposed to do?
You are T12 on your bigger account.
I mean, technically, but yeah, it's like I don't know. I remember shit like a year ago, I would have lost my mind to just sit on as much resources as I have right now, and now it's like that's in my head. That's I am broke. That is no amount of resources whatsoever.
That's only gonna get me halfway where I want to go,
Like
or less.
I remember, it probably was about a year ago now. Uh, when I needed cash to upgrade to Bridge 22, dude, I thought 400 million or whatever it was cash was the most amount of cash that I would ever have in this game. And now I'm sitting on billions of resources and I'm like, oh, I feel so broke in this game.
It's one of the yellow ones.
It's so weird how that happens.
No,
I keep one of the.
the simple life. Sometimes it's better to
Right?
not know.
Right? You think like
People
400 mil.
be like, "Oh yeah, this is how much it costs to get to like tier 12 plus." And you're like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna get there anyway anytime soon, so it's not a problem now." And then you get to it, you're like, "It's not even worth it because if I spend all that resource to unlock it, I need to make them, and it costs like 10 times the amount just to get a full slot."
Oh, dude, I am not looking forward to the actual making of the troops. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's yeah.
This game has it.
I need to commit. I need to commit more to doing it because I've still got a few more slots I need to pull out. But it's like,
This game has such a weird progression system, man.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
alrighty.
What's up?
Not much.
Loud in my ears.
Oh.
Hold on. Here we go. You know, the downside to this new headset is it doesn't have like a volume thing on the headset itself, which kind of sucks. Unless I'm just missing it.
Why? What have you got?
I bought like this. I was recording videos for other games that I'm gonna post on YouTube, and like the microphone was like cutting in and out, so I bought like another one. It's like a HyperX headset. Like the microphone is good, but it doesn't. The other one had like a little uh, knob on the headset itself where you could switch and adjust the volume, which is really nice.
Oh well. Gotta live with it now. Well, you can send it back.
No, that's just my one complaint about the headset. It was like $30, so I'm like, whatever. As long as the microphone works, so I can record videos, I don't care.
Got any interesting games that you just started playing?
I started playing Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm recording that.
Oh, damn. That's a
That'll
big one.
come out Monday, and then I'm gonna start recording videos for 7 Days to Die. First video for that'll probably come out Tuesday.
I think I had 7 Days to Die when it was in like alpha or beta or something. It's progressed so far.
Oh, it's
like, people play it
fully
like Rust now. It's weird.
it's fully released now. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I think I paid like £10 at the time in alpha, so I probably made some money from it. I guess if I ever played it again.
Well, I think now it's like I think they sell it right now for like $40 because it just fully released like a few months ago. But no, it's a really good game. So yeah, those two games will be the ones that I start off on, and whenever I complete those, I'll go to other games.
So that's the thing. Does 7 Days to Die have a story now?
It does
Because when I played
not.
it, it was literally just like you go in and then try and build something before you die because you died
Well,
so easy early on.
so I mean, I'm gonna post a video on Tuesday, so you could always watch that. Um,
Yeah.
but no, it fully released now. It doesn't have a story yet, but they're planning on releasing the actual story like sometime next year, like the middle of next year. So it's actually coming pretty soon because
Oh, good.
they fully released it, but they're not actually done with the game. It's just out of alpha. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is that what they
Well,
call it?
I think beta's the second one.
What is early access? Yeah, it's out of early
early access.
access.
That's it.
Yeah, but no, the story is coming, which I'm looking forward to. I hope it's at least entertaining, but I don't think that's where the core gameplay is. I think the core gameplay is to survive and fuck around and do other shit.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the first video will come out on Tuesday. I mean, if you've got it, I would recommend at least giving it a try now that it's fully released.
Hey, Jeannie.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yo, Grinch. I don't know. I was wondering if you could kind of like an idea. Maybe you'd be able to do it. Maybe it's too much work for these gear chats or whatever. I was wondering if there's a way to like do a series of like talks where like one week you have like 2 or 3 Zeth mains come on and just only talk about Zeth, only talk about builds for him, like what he's countering, what's beating him, and like go through different commanders like that, like do like an Ira week, like an an Orochi week, or like I guess you could do like any commander, but more like meta commanders that are being used.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've done that before or not.
The joke say if you want to do an Orochi week, it's got to be a couple if we're talking about what beats her.
Yeah,
Um,
just as like an educational thing to like, because I know it's
Oh, no, I'm just
sometimes hard to
I'm
talk about builds because like GC and what trying to come up with meta builds or whatever, so you can't always talk about everything, but
let's say we just don't have to go into the meta defining parts of the builds, but I mean you can generalize builds.
so yeah,
Like cover the min maxing stats, stuff like that.
I mean, to be fair, if we win this next GC, we could.
so yeah,
yeah,
the fundamental issue and why I've slowed down on Ark of War content is I don't have any of this, and I would have to rely on getting people online to do it with me and to show off their stuff, which surprisingly is not easy to do.
yeah. No, I figured it would be, like if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, then it was like forget it, because it'd be kind of a challenge. But like I was just sitting there yesterday thinking, I'm just like, dude, like, what is like Delaria full on beating, and what is she just getting wrecked by? And like, there's nowhere to like. I'd have to like really start like DMing random ass people in AFW trying to figure it out. And so I just thought it'd be fun
Yeah, I did
for people that watch your channel.
I did a like a commander spotlight video with Neva going over Talia and then one with Otter going over Stella. And that was just me and another person, and it was kind of hard to like get times to sync up. So,
Right.
I mean, getting anything more than one person, it's not easy, man. Like I would be all for like getting 2 or 3 people together to go over like Zeth, for example. But it's not just getting the people together, but getting them at the same time, be willing to talk about it, show off the like. Because think about like in our guild, like who do we have um like Judge, Four, G, Crack. Like these get like no offense to any of them, but like they don't even make gear talk, so I don't even know if they'd be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. No. I assumed the logistics would be basically impossible to do it, but
But
I
you don't have to do like every week though. We could always think tank doing something like once a month, so it's a little bit easier to line shit up. If it's something Grinch would be interested in.
I wouldn't have a problem doing it. It's just yeah, getting the people together. I think would be the hardest part.
I only say once a month because that would actually give time to line up like time slots
Yeah,
for people.
for
Know what I
people to
mean?
know ahead of
Well,
time.
also for people to
For
like
people to plan.
get like reports and stuff and be like, look, this is a real life situation where I used it and this is the outcome, and then you can be like, yeah, because
Yeah,
people
like
actually would probably like this, actually see it happening.
yeah, like what Otter said in the video. Like we did his Stella video. I don't know. Let's just say 6 months ago. It's already outdated. Like that video
Yeah.
and Neva's Satalia video completely outdated, and it wasn't even, it's not like it was 2 years ago. It was like maybe 6 months ago, and it's so outdated now. But I wouldn't have
Yeah.
a problem.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
I
a
mean,
problem
even
doing
if
it.
we just go like I think it'd be quite good to just. I know this is probably counterintuitive to like the whole idea because everyone wants to keep their ideas to themselves, but like after this GC, just go like, what commanders were beating the other commanders in TMB, or what TME commanders were we really worried about when we faced them and stuff like that. Those ones will be the really interesting ones because you could people who watch it see it anyway, but they'd be like, oh, what were the commanders EXE were worried about when we fought them in this battle or that battle? Because
Yeah,
that's what people want to kind of see. They want to see which commanders are the ones that all the big players are worried about or going for. But obviously, that involves revealing quite a lot.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's like the gear's changing, but those like top meta commanders aren't really changing. At least so far. But it's just like, everybody knows the old Zeth, like the regular Zeth build, right? Like the 3-piece with the Regulus and the Hector or whatever.
yeah,
So it'd just be cool to have like a video of someone, who's like talking about that and just being like, yeah, dude, like this is what I crush and this is like what I, have to look out for. And but if like I'm awake in dodge, then I don't have to look out for this guy,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Mainly, I also kind of thought of it because like, trying to help people start like a new commander. I'm trying to go through and give them a list of like, yeah, dude, fight these people, don't fight these people, and it's. But then you figure out it's like, well, if your troop formation's like this, and you're awake in this, then you can actually fight these 4 other commanders. But if you're not, then you can't. And so
yeah.
it's super situational. But yeah, I figured logistics would be pretty much impossible.
Yeah, that's what I found out is like getting more than one person together is usually the issue. I but like if people are, like Ares is gone. Like he said, like if this is something like we want to try to do like uh once a month, I'm totally down for setting an hour or two aside on a Sunday, and instead of doing like a gear talk, doing like a Zeth talk or a Rochi talk, something like that, where I have mains, like Orochi mains, Zeth mains, where they can show their gear and I can kind of talk about some of these commanders, but I don't play them. So to get,
Yeah.
and some people are just shy. Like they don't, it's not even about YouTube. They don't really like talking, which is another issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like you need like one big player who will join your gear talks.
You need multiple people because some people don't know how to play the damn commander, but they think they do.
True.
Yeah.
You need like one big,
And be
really
careful
smart
because
player.
different builds on gears and stuff are gonna be completely different setups. I mean, so you want to be careful that the people you're having like present the commander and its opportunities and challenges are fully vetted and really understand those things before they share like bad information with other people. I'm just saying. Like, because Raziel would totally sign up for that and he would be the expert, but does anybody
He shows
really
what Sister
want...
Wolf is all about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but does anybody really want to take advice from him on how to run Sister Wolf?
Yeah. Well, and
So
like
I'm just saying, just like it's a great idea, Jeannie, but it has its pitfalls, I would say.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it would be hard to get it to go perfectly. Because like I'd want to probably hear like I don't know if he's still running her a lot, but like it'd be cool to have like Tivor on a Delaria talk, right?
Yeah. I would want
Maybe just the evolution of why certain people have gone, oh, I'm not going to use Black now. I'm going to go to another commander as a main. Why did you choose this one and why?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would want
Because Tivor could have stuck with Orochi, but he went with Delaria.
yeah, and I would
Yeah.
want people that not only main that commander, but I'd want people that have different outlooks on the commander. Like just take an EXE for instance, like 406 knows what he's talking about, but he mains like one type of Zeth, and I'm not saying he doesn't know about other Zeth, but like I would want to talk to Four about his build and then Judge about a different one and then Crack about a different one. Like these people know like when it comes to Zeth, like they have their own builds, their own styles, like they know how to do that. And I trust that they know what they're talking about. You know, they're not some dude rambling like, "Oh, I got Zeth and I copied this build and I have no idea what I'm doing." But yeah, getting like a
Yeah.
Tivor, you know, and other people that play that I know for a fact. You know, you can say what you want about Tivor. He knows how to play that commander. So having him with other
Right.
people,
Yeah, it'd just be fun.
yeah, that'd be the
The
hardest
other
part.
challenge I see, the other challenge I see Grinch in that situation is why would they want to share any secrets or tricks or things that help them make that build like really excel? Why would you want to necessarily put that out in the community? Like, I see it both ways. Like, you want to
Yeah,
help people or whatever, but like, also, we're really careful about our builds, and we don't just share every single detail about what makes them superior, because then we have to face those builds.
yeah, there's it's not just about sharing information, but getting the people that know what they're talking about and getting multiple people together. And not everybody wants to talk, you know. Not,
Yeah.
and it's not really about YouTube. Like some people, they just don't like to talk. They're just shy, just in general. So I'd be down for it. Yeah, it's not something that I see would actually happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think
You'd
it'd
have to
be a
find
great
like
idea.
yeah, you need like it'd be like back in the day, like getting like a deranged to just always be part of your gear talk and like
Yeah,
talking about top meta stuff.
and I don't think it's just the people either. Like I don't think really that there's all that. It's no longer the days of Melt where like people are like, oh, I want to learn about this. Like a lot of people know what they're doing, and a lot of people just don't care anymore. I feel.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably only like I still enjoy like learning different things about the game, right? But that group of people is probably really small.
You know,
So
from
it's not.
from
I
everything
still
I've
do it.
seen.
I'm
Okay, but to be fair, and I don't want to like, you know, call anybody out, but to be fair, you're an EXE, and that's kind of one of the prerequisites to being an EXE is to have that passion for the game and to learn new things. Not a lot of people have that anymore.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty uncommon outside of like obviously like outside of the top 4 guilds. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there would be more if people were interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Basically, then it's just me, dude. I just want people to talk about the best commander.
Yeah. No, I would. That's kind of what I wanted to try to do when I started doing like the commander spotlight is like get someone that really knows the commander and talk about it. But it was very hard to like get people that were willing to talk on YouTube about builds, give out secrets, and that was just one person. Then you add 2 or 3 extra people, and it's like, as. And those were one of the more viewed on my channel, the those couple videos. So I think there's an
Yeah,
interest
that makes sense
in
to me.
I think there's an interest in learning about it, but being the person that's actually doing it, I don't think there's as big of an interest in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too
Unfortunately.
bad. I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like it only really take like one, maybe two people to like get the ball rolling. But yeah, there's always just. I mean, it's always a time thing. Like these big players are super busy anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'm always down to show my dinosaur build.
Yeah, Aries, we were talking about big players. All right, come on.
Hey, that's why I called it a dino build.
This is what happens when you go past $1 billion. They just think they're different.
Yeah. Goes to their head, Come on. Nah,
Okay. Go train 210 million Yetis.
I wish I had like a Delaria, dude, so I could fucking talk about it.
It's a lot of people. A lot of people that wish they had Delaria.
Well, it's just because she's like somewhat viable airship commander, and when you've only got a choice of between 3 commanders, well, 4 if you count Ryan, but it's not really the same.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd count Ryan. He's like exclusively
Yeah, when you've
cast.
only got a choice of like 3 actual usable airship commanders, like you kind of want that other one.
And even when you're
hasn't
using
it been a while since they released her?
Delaria?
I mean, it's been what, a year, maybe a year now. They've only released her like technically 3-4 times.
I mean, I made a video. I don't remember where it is, but it might have been a year. She's been out a while. Because the first time she
has
came
been out
out
a
was
while.
that it was that weird event that they did for her where you did like the
Yeah, she had her own event for it, didn't she?
Yeah.
You had to like
You gotta
you
like
had to
spin
basically
something.
bet, and it was like if you got lucky, you could get like half her medals.
Yeah, you had to do the little
Which I'm
spinning
sure
thing.
someone did. Who did it? Someone in our guild got fucking lucky and like got it after like 100 of the spins, where it takes 500.
Yeah, it was that weird little spinning game where you got her. That's when she was first released. That was I don't know. That might have been No, it hasn't been a year yet. There's no way.
Are they not?
There's no way because
No, I think she's popped up like in a cube or event or something, but it seems like it's been like at least 6 months.
well, yeah. Otter said Zeth came out first, and he's only 11 and a
Valeria's
half.
literally just after, wasn't she?
Was she? I don't. Because Zeth is almost a year old.
Surely you would have done a talk like this, including it. I'm guessing you probably don't title them, you just put episode, whatever, get a talk.
Yeah, she's been out. Let's just say 6 months, which there haven't been a lot of ways to really get her though.
There's been probably 3 ways to buy her, I think. The second time was almost identical, and then there was an either coin, like Fulton said. And now they're giving out her plugins, which is interesting.
I say Delaria was in that wheel spin a few times.
But I think
that was the first time was a wheel spin, and then the second time was a wheel spin.
Well, the last time that she was
like, roughly $1,000.
Last time she was available though, I don't think a lot of people really pushed for her because they were like, well, the new aircom's got to come out like soon, and it's got to be better than Delaria. So I think a lot of people are just waiting for that new aircom to drop.
Well, if she's come out, if they've released her 4 times, I know like after the second time, like the whole talk about her was that she was broken because they couldn't beat Zeth's or whatever, and everyone thought she was supposed to. So then like the third time she came out, no one went for her. And then after that, people actually figured out like she was still the best air tank in the game.
Oh, she definitely is better now. She counters a couple of things that are out now quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
definitely a
don't.
lot better than.
Yeah, I only remember her coming out once when she was first released. I have no idea how many times she came out after that.
I definitely think it was at least 3. They did
Yeah,
2
at
wheel
least 3.
spins and then they did like an ether event. But at that point, I think people were like still like, don't think she's better than Zeph, so not worth it. So probably didn't get that much highlight then.
No, she's definitely on my list to get now.
I think a lot of air comms or a lot of air players are waiting for the new air com to see what he's like.
Well, to wait for the next aircom that might help.
Which they gotta be releasing the new air com soon. They gotta be.
Well, now that they brought out these AIs, I'm like, oh, maybe they're not going to drop it before the finals now. Maybe they're going to drop the release things before the finals.
Well, I was gonna say, like you said earlier, Toons, they'll release a new aircom the day before the finals.
They always release something that's like almost game changing before the finals, and I think it might be the AI now. Now that they've done it this way, because this event's going to finish, and then there's going to be some sort of event coming up next, which will be the oh shit, meta's changing just before the finals thing. So it's gonna be one of these. They
You
do
know,
it every single time.
I think that's one of the issues with Seven Pirates, right? Is like they have no relationship with their content creators. Like they could say, "Hey Grinch, you can start hyping up the aircom by saying it's around this time, and we can start hyping it up." But like the aircom is just gonna willy nilly drop one day with no warning, so there's gonna be no hype around it.
Well, the only one who's gonna be able to afford it are gonna be like a select dozen, basically.
It's gonna be like 15 people in our guild.
Yeah, select dozen or so.
If he's anywhere
People like to
remotely,
spend too much in this guild.
if he's anywhere remotely good, I can probably name the 15 people that are gonna have it day one. That's just our guild. Because I know not
That'll
not
be,
just
that'll
the
be
whales,
insane.
not just the whales, but I know a few people that aren't exactly
The
whales that are
dolphins too.
waiting for that com to drop.
It depends. It depends how they drop it.
Yeah. If they
If
do it with some sort of incentive to get like maybe a sun piece or something like that with it, or then they'll definitely get people buying it.
That's got to be before the end of the year, right? Because we're coming up on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the next event will start on the 19th and probably be like a 13, 14-day event that will go through Thanksgiving.
Yeah, then we're gonna have a bullshit event, and then we're gonna have Christmas, and then right after that we have New Year's.
Yeah, so this next one they'll probably release the magnetic field chips.
Thanksgiving event, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at our guild lineup, I'm like, yeah, already the first page is all gonna get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Second page, about half of them. And the only reason why some of them aren't is because they're already like they're full on infantry mains or something.
Yeah. But no, they've got to finish strong this year, right? They've got to have a good Thanksgiving and Christmas event. I would think.
Well, Black Friday as well, isn't it? So,
Yeah, but last year was so bad.
well, you know, Christmas is gonna be a fuck up.
Yeah, Christmas is always bad, so I don't know if they'll drop the new com in the Christmas event because it's usually really bad.
But would that be if he was good? Would that be enough to make it a good event?
I mean, if
I
it was
always
like
think I always think Christmas ones should be like the most giving of the events, like they used to. They used to, like, you know how like that anniversary coin comes out. It should be like that good, where they give you free shit.
Well, they can't do that
yeah,
anymore.
well, Yeah, it's changed to the Chinese New Year events, like the new Christmas, basically.
Well, they
That's
can't
just the
do
one you want.
that anymore. They don't have enough players.
If they've got less players, that means they can do it more, surely.
No, they got to make as much money as they can.
But all they need to do is like give some bits out. Like if you give more resources out, that just means people are like, oh, we need more hyperspace crystals or something to actually use this resource, and then they go and spend.
Hey guys, I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
You give half of what you need, and you leave the other half hanging.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like everybody's predicting for a December drop at some point.
You know,
But like, why drop it? Why drop a new commander like right after the GC finals?
Unless Cass comes around and they do it maybe midway through.
Yeah, because Zeth was dropped like, I remember it being like the last week of Cast or something, but it was also probably like the last week of GC too. But
I
yeah, I don't
mean,
know.
I definitely remember that. I remember that because everyone was like, "Shit, how are we supposed to deal with Zeph when it
Yeah.
walks for everything?"
you know,
It was
I
crushing in Cast.
I mean, I've got my own feelings about it, but personally, in my opinion, and people can argue with me, if they dropped the new air commander before finals and he's a good commander, that would be like pretty much just giving EXE the win. We have a lot of players that are waiting for this commander specifically to buy him if he's good, and I don't think TNB has enough players that would drop the money that it would require to get him if he's good. And I know for a fact we do. So that'd be like giving the finals to EXE by doing that. And I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious, dude.
Dude, we got so many people that are like, I'm buying this commander the day it comes out. And they're not big spenders. They're just like, they've been saving.
Yeah, if it's a fifth com airship,
That's
it just,
good?
because of how bad airships are, the chances that it's still like on par or slightly better than Delaria is so high that yeah, like people are just gonna get
I mean,
it.
if they didn't put it on the same par as the other two, I think they'd have more of a. People would be so pissed off.
Yeah.
Well,
unless it had a really nice niche where it like dealt with like some of the most annoying commanders, but couldn't deal with Zeph, for instance, I think people would still be happy. But if it doesn't counter at least something at the moment that is difficult to deal with at the moment, then I don't know. Yeah.
I mean,
think it has to full counter Zeth. I think like, why would you not do that?
I mean, does it
Or
though?
does it just do what Matt does and just mutual destruction?
Yeah, but like make it beat Zeth and make it get crushed by Matt or something.
Get back in the old-fashioned rock paper scissors aspect.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that started happening when like Tier 12 Plus came out. Was the only time when that actually was a viable thing.
But tell you what, if they do drop the new com right before finals and it helps us win, we got to make sure to put 7 pirates in the thank you speech.
Dude, I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure you guys know of people that are not whales that have been saving for this commander.
Well, you could literally just say how many airship mains are there that have switched to another type
that are literally waiting for this one commander.
There is, yeah, they're probably all doing the same. But at the same time, I think every other guild out there's got the same. Everyone who used to be an airship main who've switched because they're not massively viable at the moment. We're all going, oh, I'm just waiting for this airship commander so we can all switch right back.
Yeah, a bunch of quitters. I stick with the old dinosaur until something better comes out that I can get.
Yep, it's the only
Check
way
it
to
out.
go.
EXE is not a whale guild. I'm in EXE and I don't even have T12.
I told you, yes, you do.
I mean, technically, but not technically.
I mean, think if they drop it though, and they just continue this, like, yeah, airships don't really matter, and it's not good.
Oh, that
maybe
that would.
that's the whole problem, isn't it? Maybe because they gave infantry and walkers a chance that this game is suffering.
There's a lot of.
It's gonna be a haha jokes on you to airships for 7 Pirates because they're gonna release a new one and completely fucking blow and still get stomped by the Zests and shit.
There's a
That's
lot
my
of.
prediction.
There would be a lot of mad airship memes.
Yeah, I mean, think if they release it and it like still loses to like an Orochi. Like, how dumb would that be?
I mean, we're talking about 7P here.
I could deal with that. I could deal with this airship commander losing to other airships if it killed every infantry and walker commander.
No.
That would be funny because it would mean the airships have to come back.
Wait. Did you say every infantry comm? Because that's naturally an uphill fight, so I'd be highly curious to see that.
I would want it to be most infantry commanders too.
See,
It would be funny.
Every
So
main wants to edge on infantry right now.
And then the only counter to it is airships, and then everyone has to become air again.
no. Let's not do that because
Yeah.
I'm close
I'm tired of puppets, dude. Come on.
which
We got
puppet?
Phoenix. Phoenix absolutely screwed our airships.
Yeah, but they would have to give this new guy a multiple hit, which is not something airships really have.
Maybe it's about to get one.
I don't think it'll be multiple hit. I definitely think it'll be a
Then how do you?
ramp skill similar to Zev's, where it goes like it damages on the second hit.
But how does? Yeah, but the problem is that airships don't have that though. Like the
They just need to give us a built-in 60% Gemini skill.
God, get the fuck out of here with that. No, hell no.
Why not? You fuckers got wings and all that shit.
I've got Phoenix. Okay, I need to survive.
Yeah, and Phoenix is fucking us, so give us a built-in Gemini.
No.
We've got one airship commander that's got like a Gemini build. I mean, it's not like it's completely unheard of.
You fucking airship fuckers are so goddamn spoiled. Y'all just want everything. Y'all
What are you talking
motherfuckers.
about? You never went through the Rogers.
Yeah.
You don't know what like broken was.
Yeah. Let's go back to Dodgers Rogers.
Yeah, that was painful for everybody involved.
That's basically like my goal of my airship comm is like how close to Rogers can I get it?
Rogers back in
Like
the day.
that's the gold standard of airship.
That was the gold standard airship. The one where you're like, oh shit, well, we can time out on him if you want.
So
I remember
stupid.
that. Like, if you didn't kill him with your first 2 slots, you lost the fucking fight.
Sounds like
Yeah.
such a terrible idea.
The first week of Zeth was insane because it was like, dude, that is exactly what Rogers was doing.
Except for they let Rogers stay like that for a whole year.
Yeah.
Everybody was having flashbacks and panic attacks when Zeth came out and he was acting like that. No, not again.
I was like, dude, no, not for walkers, bro. Come on.
Walkers don't deserve it. Infantry need it.
I don't know, man. I think walkers have gotten a lot of love this past year.
I mean, I think it was deserved. I think they both infantry and walkers needed it.
Zeth, Ira, and Aya. Those are 3 really good commanders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that means like walkers don't get anything for the next year now.
I'm kind of happy that the T11 meta is slowly going out again because of all the available suppression.
I'm not. This shit sucks.
Well, sucks for you.
Well, yeah. I don't care about y'all. I care about me.
Imagine having the best gear and the best and like 50 gear and like max tech, and then you see a tier 10 IO, and you're like, oh well, it doesn't matter about my gear. It's gonna blow
Well,
me up anyway.
Get fucked, son.
Like tier suppression is so easy to get now, and I'm excited. It's like, haha, no more worrying about those T10 frickin' IOs.
Oh, just wait till they put tier suppression in as like a gems, what do we call it, like a weapon slot or something, so you don't
Oh,
have to use the
Jesus.
chest piece.
Dude, 50% TS is so easy to get.
I was surprised about the how low of the Ark mods the first one was.
Everyone should probably have it by now.
I mean,
just
shit,
by
I've
passive
got it.
grinding.
Yeah, you should have basically had it within the first month. You could have done it for free.
Yeah, that means you can suppress T9 now, Grinch.
That literally means that, like,
Where
I
is
was going
it?
to say bullet, but bullet will get through the map.
There it is.
The good thing is, it does mean that, like, every Reinhardt's a little bit more susceptible, so that's slowly even more going out the window.
But I was pretty surprised to see the added 20% one though at the end of the Ark mods.
Yeah, but that's also like, oh, that looks really good. Let's spend to get it.
Like 35% just from Ark mods, which
And then they don't apply it to everything, and everyone gets pissy.
Is it 35?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the other problem. Is all this shit doesn't apply everywhere.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I love how they're like, oh yeah, that tier suppression, and then they've got like penetration afterwards, and everyone's like, no, we don't even care about that.
Yeah, just tear
I mean,
suppression.
that would be sick, but
That's what everybody wants, tear suppression.
What's 10 pen when you can have 20% more tier suppression?
Well, 35 with the or whatever, because you gotta you have to get
overall,
yeah, because you have to get the first one first. But yeah, no, that's
I am really looking forward to some of the first times. Actually, to be fair, we might even see it, but the first times people actually use those modifications properly.
which
From
modifications.
strategy.
Yeah. So the extra leadership, the
Dude, but
I'm curious to see when people
it's
start
so
using
far
that
away.
ones that up your. I'm curious to see when people start using your attack, but you can't shield for so long.
yeah.
That's a
But
cast
that's the thing,
one.
if you do it in GC, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
yeah, you could do it during GC or like a cat battle.
You only need
with the
center level
14.
50. I think there'll be people who have that.
Well, in cast, I mean, just throw on your force field at the same time so people can't speed march you unless you're in the guild fort circle, and then, well, we know that how that usually works. So
it's so much fun.
When they stop sending, it's sad.
Yes, it is sad when they stop sending.
like, just throw it on and sit in the guild fort circle. They won't get through to you.
They need to make that was it the actual reset of the mob, that crystal whatever. We got given like a freebie one. We need to actually be able to get some more of those.
What do you mean? They gave us 2 of them. You already used both of them?
I didn't get 2. I only got 1 because I didn't fuck up. So clearly, I only got 1.
What? No, because I used one. I should have one left. What do they look like? I don't remember what they look like.
Oh really? I only got 1.
Hold on.
I had 2.
What do they look like?
Have I been cheated out of a gem? That is bullshit.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I've only got 1 modification resetter.
What's it look like?
Literally just there,
Oh.
right in the middle.
Yeah, because I used one because I fucked up, and I've got 1 left.
Me too.
I haven't used one.
And you have 1.
So
Maybe if you used it on the first day that they dropped it, you got another one.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I think you just got screwed.
It's fine. I was one of those people who did fucking like start modifying shit until like I knew it was safe.
Well,
Me, it was accidental. I accidentally used one, but it was my OCD. I had to reset it.
Oh, I
It was an accidental click on development, and I'm like,
that
no,
was completely not worth it.
that would bother me so much.
I did the exact same thing.
This is why I did it on an alt first, and I was like, oh, that's not what I want to do. Can I go back? No, shit.
Like, was it a waste using it for 1 point? Yeah, but it was bugging me, so.
Was it a waste though? Because otherwise you would have lost your mind and
It
thrown
would
your
have hurt
phone.
you more.
Yeah. What?
Nah, it wasn't a waste.
Every time it would have opened up the modifications, I would have fucking cringed. So I'm like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm resetting that.
If somebody reset that now and then put all their skills into the strategy to get those abilities, I don't think
But
you
it-
need much because you just
it's
need
not
the
worth
level
it.
up, don't you?
It's not worth it though. The strategy one isn't worth it
What,
until
for the-
later. Nothing
Not,
in here.
not any of those, but like the actual skills, other than the black hole, because that's just absolutely pointless. Why did they even put that in? We just need you to make some more black holes, guys.
But like most of
They're
these
just
aren't really good. Yeah, like so many of these are just
It's
not worth
literally
it.
just those actively see battle, but what level do you need? It's 50 for those, isn't it?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
The actual skills.
Yeah.
I do love that black hole effect one. Like, who still uses black holes?
It would make sense that if you use the black hole on a commander, and the HP of like your, I don't know, was it the ship behind it becomes 0, like you get kicked out, it would make more sense.
But like the highest black hole kills what, like 1T12 when it's against airships?
It's not a lot. And it's not worth the cost. 1,500 units?
But that damage to HP of the enemy, like 99.9, there's no reason for it.
It doesn't do
Because if
anything.
you can't get past them, then you can't do anything.
Yeah,
It just
if
resets.
If you can't break through the slots, it doesn't matter if they're at 0.1%.
If that
What?
stayed on to the next battle and then you use the black hole and it killed the HP and you win the battle because of that way, that would be completely usable.
What's the lowest unit cost for airships? Because this kills 1,500 units. So is that one airship?
That would be one
One T12?
1,200 is
1,200 for a T12.
yeah.
Okay, so it kills one. At most, you're gonna kill 6.
What? Oh.
And how much? Hold on. How much does it cost to build this thing?
Yeah, but what if
20
you
million?
could do what
16 million?
Toombs was saying and send like 2 back to back
Jesus.
that have black holes that would like kill a full March Zeth?
See, that would be worth it.
Yeah.
16 million cash?
They reset the HP of your ship every battle, so it doesn't work.
Yeah,
If they
16
implement-
million cash to kill 6 T12s.
Worth
That's
it.
worth it.
Dude, that's
But I'd rather run a bullet, honestly. But I don't want to be a bullet main, so no.
dude, I am running a bullet for next fucking cast, dude. I'm building up his skills. I'm doing it.
I was gonna say, come on.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I'm fucking doing it, bro.
He's annoying in Cass.
He
but
is.
He gets kills.
He is annoying. I'm doing it. I told y'all I
Have you
was.
got your gold saved up for your? Have you got your gold saved up for Phoenix? Then?
Dude, I already got an extra set of Phoenix.
Yeah, that is.
It's just sitting there.
Ark of Fortress, just in case.
I've already got one. Already got my fortress.
Yeah, bullets sucks in Cass versus airships.
Yeah, airships got absolutely royally screwed because of Phoenix, specifically for this reason.
Yeah. He shreds air mains.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Freaking Rangers.
I said at
His
the
expression
end,
does fuck all when it goes. It doesn't even matter.
at the end of last cast, I am full marching every March. I'm full marching this next cast. It's gonna be Rangers, but
Can we just call you Melt Mark II then?
hey, Hey,
But that's seriously like I have 110% tear suppression. T1 bullet with Phoenix. Just took a full slot. Fuck.
I hey, I don't have max lead, but I could do some damage.
I think last cast it literally stopped me from sitting there unshielded for days because there was some nut who had a bullet who was just sending over and over and over again.
He's gonna whittle you down slowly.
Yeah, and I couldn't kill him.
Just
So annoying.
I think I still have a bunch of those abyssal things as well. They look like little
Those
arms.
things?
The abyssal
The
things.
arms.
Yeah, these things.
Yeah, those right there.
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't even opened any of
I got
those
like
since
I got like
cast
40
even started.
of them fuckers to help heal my
I
rangers.
want to cast skills like a tenth of one of my marches.
Oh well, when you're winning or you kill more, you get energy back too. So
Yeah. Until you lose a full march of T2, and it wipes out all that you just got back.
I mean, even with rangers, like if you lose a full march of rangers, like it's gonna take some energy to heal that. Just passively.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I always
Oh, I
for
lost 200k rangers. I'll just have to build some more back.
Yeah. I've only
That's
got
what they lost.
I got 62 million
everyone,
to go through.
Hey, you'll get through that quite fast.
it's okay. Everyone's just gonna build a Phoenix bullet for next cast. We're just gonna full send in nothing but Phoenix bullets over and over again.
That's my plan. Phoenix bullet for the win. That's what I'm doing.
Who wins, Phoenix Bullet or Phoenix Bullet, when they go against each other?
Whoever goes first, I think. I think
Or is it? Is that what the Broken Fortress is there for? Just in case.
that is what the Broken Fortress is there for. And then that's why I'm also saving up for formal. So if they have a Broken Fortress, I can get through it. How many boxes do I got? I got 14 boxes.
I would say you still don't have a foam haul.
No, I need 6 more.
There's that. Oh, to be fair though, that new infantry commander's gonna. Well, I mean, probably doesn't help with the first hits. If he gets enough dodge, you might not be able to even hit people.
That's it. Phoenix Rock with sonar.
Fuck's sake. I was gonna say maybe Rock's better.
No, because you need the.
So,
I
You
think
need
the
the
wings.
wings.
You need the wings. Yeah. Because even if
You could do like a tier 10 Walker with oh no, but you still need the
fuck,
yeah, never mind.
if you say tier 10 Walker with Rock, I'm gonna slap you.
Not with Rock. I was thinking of tier 10 Walker with
If you say Bullet, I'm gonna slap you. That's just
no, I was gonna
nuts.
say Bullet.
That's
But then I was like, but the only thing you'd want from that is like to be able to apply maybe like the guaranteed hit on all your slots. But that would have to come in as a plugin.
well, and let's be honest, no one wants to risk full slots of T10 over again on a bullet.
But I
No
wouldn't full slot that. I just want one unit of it.
Yeah, no, I'm going with the
hopefully-
Bullet.
It's fine. I'm not even gonna get. I'm not using Bullet. As annoying as that build is, I'm not putting myself down to that level.
I will. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
Grinch, do you spend the gold on the abyssal thing every day, or no?
What do you mean?
During cast?
Oh, do you
Like
mean
the six
Oh.
the 3 levels?
I do until I hit 50%, and then after 50%, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. The highest I've ever gotten to, because I spent gold a couple casts ago, and the highest heal I got was 55%. So once I hit 50, I stopped because yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, well, that's like troops coming back, but I mean, just in terms of like stacking abyssal energy, since the first like 2 weeks we don't do anything, I think like that's the best use of gold is to like try to stack that and build it up as fast as you can. So like I always spend the gold every day to do all 6 hits like immediately. So by the time we get to scent, if you're not fighting, you have like a shitload of abyssal energy.
Yeah, I do that up until 50%, and then I stop spending gold because it's
Gotcha.
yeah, it's just I want to say the highest you can get is 55%, and I think it takes like
Yeah, but you
another week to get from 50 to 55%. It's like, why are you spending all that gold for 5%?
yeah, just to get the like a million extra abyssal energy
Yeah,
every day.
but no, uh I do spend gold to max it as quick as possible and to get to 50% because anything below 50%, it's kind of I feel like it's hurting you. So yeah, I do spend gold up to that point.
Nice. We'll have to see how
When
much.
is next cast coming? Is it December?
Dude, it's supposed to be like December, early January, but you never know. Like they keep fucking around with like how long they're supposed to do it for.
Yeah, it could be like February.
Yeah, it could be December, it could be February, it could be March. I've given up on guessing. All I know is I'm gonna have a bullet to annoy the shit out of people.
Well, when's the new gameplay thing coming back? Like, come on.
Well, they need to fix it first.
I thought they did fix it in the last
Uh,
update.
I remember they said they were changing it, but I don't know if they said when it's coming back.
Yeah, it was just like it's a month-long thing. I was just like, why are you not running it every month?
Well, I think the problem they found out is if they leave it as is, like 2 guilds are gonna get first place every month, and they probably don't want to give out
Yeah,
first place rewards every month.
I enjoyed the minor bots. I will definitely agree with that. 3 minor bots rather than one
Oh,
primary.
I'd much rather get the
I
35.
totally take the minors.
I would much rather have the 35 bots than the 40. Personally.
yeah. Well, they only need to make it 5 weeks, right? And then
To be
it'd
fair,
only be
if they'd done it one more week, it would have evened out, I think, because there was only two
Well,
people at top. Whoever wins that one would have
as far as
got the points to
rewards,
separate it.
yeah, as far as rewards, yes, but I think the other issue is nobody gives a shit about that that fucking game mode.
yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Well, if they're going to extend the time out on it, it might get a bit more interesting.
Why? Why though?
Because then you actually have to fight rather than just being like, who can get in there first? Oh, they win.
uh, I think they would have to completely revamp it for anyone to get even. If they make it too much work to do, they're gonna have to increase the rewards, which I don't think they want to do.
They should just implement a different style of cast. Like I said, do like raid where you have like a week of going onto another server without having to server jump, and then it forces you back after a week.
That'd be fun. I would be okay with
That'd
that.
be cool.
Like make it so like you randomly invade a server and it's like
Yeah.
5% healing for that week, and do that like once a month or twice a month?
And then they do like I don't know, competitive events where you have to like guild points versus guild points type thing. Oh, maybe not even guild, just like servers versus server points, and whoever wins gets like rewards.
Oh, so 780.
Well, imagine if 780 went up against
Who?
what was it? 8. What's TFC's? They probably
865.
they
Who
probably
does?
be more up for like trying to beat us in events like that than they would ever with GC.
Yeah, but if it's server versus server, like even server versus server, we have 4, top 80 or not top 80, but top 32 guilds. Like what are they gonna do? I mean, I
Well,
don't.
that's the thing. People could either do it event wise, that wise, or they could just enjoy being able to attack somebody on a different server.
I would much
A bit
rather.
like raiding.
I'd much rather have like the week long raiding personally. But I like fighting, so I think
Yeah,
that'd be
well, they
fun.
could just implement both, couldn't they? They could have like events for the people who are like more don't want to have the fights with other servers, but want to like win the events to get better rewards, and the rewards are just much better than normal ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, because think about it, you could
And
you
then
could
have
be
the raid
playing.
mechanic where you can.
You
Oh
could
god, if they
you could play
did the raid for
GC.
tiles as well.
Yeah, you could play GC while not having to actually leave your server. And if you don't want to fight, you just shield like you normally do. And if you do want to fight, you can.
Yeah.
You could have it.
And they've got all the things there already set up to
Yeah.
do something like that. So
Yeah, and then just give, rewards out, whatever. Yeah, no, I think it'd be that I'd be willing to do that, but this whole game mode, it's just ugh.
What if we three-peat and then they go back to letting people jump guilds during GC playoffs?
oh god.
I'd be open for that.
Yeah.
I would be completely open for that.
And then we four-peat.
We gotta kill these motherfuckers. Everybody join together. Like
I
That
mean,
would-
that's kind
Captain
of what it was
Planet.
like before, and it worked.
all the
Except you had to save up all your jumps.
all of the servers other than Save and 80 would be like Captain Planet. They're trying to come together to beat the one planet.
It'd be pretty awesome to watch.
I think if you took the best of the best from every other guild, put them together and give them like one full GC, I think they'd be able to beat
They
us.
figure it out.
Because it's not just power; it's you gotta have time with the people you're playing with. But you'd have to take the best of the best from all the top guilds and give
It's
them.
happened before. I think I remember Win like 10 seasons ago did that. They merged all these huge players together, and then they still couldn't beat like TMB because the organization just wasn't there.
Yeah, you've got to have the organization. But the downside to that is like you'd have 2 super guilds and then everybody else.
So pretty much how it is now.
That's because everyone came to us.
I don't consider TNB is very good, but I don't consider them a super guild. Yeah, I don't even consider 780 a super guild or EXE a super guild. We are very good at working together, but let's be honest, like you have people like me that are 300k or 300 million.
Yeah, but have you not looked at every other guild that's technically a super guild? They don't have like most of them are like probably like top 40 of their guild. They're top heavy, and then the rest are usually smaller.
Yeah, but what I'm
And
saying
they
is like
fill the roles with like
But if you took like the top 10, like, I mean, probably not like the top guys from every other guild, so it's like everybody is like 1.5 billion or above. You put everybody together, like everybody in the guild has 3-piece. You know, they've all got multiple max lead comms. You put them all together, give them one GC season to play together and get used to each other. Then yeah, I think they could beat TNB, they could beat EXE, but I don't see that ever happening. It'd be fun. That'd be hilarious. I would love that. I'd love every second of that.
That would be interesting. The problem is you need to get that amount of 3-piece users would probably need to take from those 2 guilds. That's where the majority of them are at the moment.
All
Well,
right.
even if you have like balanced sides and balanced strategy, then it just comes down to who has more meta comms and then who has more meta gear. Because like we lost, some of the times we lost, it was just because we didn't have enough meta comms. And I was like, I think our last second place, I think that was why. I feel like because we're just like, dude, we don't have enough meta comms to like beat these guys.
Was that the Zeph? Was that when Zeph came out? I can't.
No.
I don't. It might.
No.
I don't think so. I think it was the time before Zeth.
I wasn't in EXE. I remember you guys fought TNB. I remember that fight.
It was FBI, but the merge
Was it?
with TNB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember
what.
I remember watching that fight.
That was where test subject got MVP or something.
Yeah, FBI.
Well, that was the.
That was the TNB FBI merge.
Yeah.
Where the top players went over to FBI.
Yeah, but that was still there was Zeth was still in there.
No, he wasn't.
Oh wait, was that the one where we lost because of they got the lockout thing, didn't they? And they locked us out when we were like 20 minutes to winning.
Season 20. That one.
Experience, that's where it was.
Yeah, that
What
one
was the one before that.
Before that was TNB.
Versus us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, EXE's been in the last 5 finals.
That was the first one. That was the one where we were like,
or 6.
We did actually struggle.
How many fucking finals? Well, I'm trying to figure out how many finals EXE's been in. 1, 2.
Yeah, the
3, 4.
TNB fights. I don't know because they
5.
The first time they beat us was because
6.
we were they knew the strategy better than us, and then.
Was it the CHN one that maybe you're thinking of?
Yeah, it might have been the CHN because we were just we went up to fight them, and you're just like, dude, we have 4 metacoms to their 13.
Well, that was before Hawk joined us, wasn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was CHN, TNB, and then FBI. FBI being the earliest.
Yeah, and the season 20 was because we tried to beat them at their own game.
Yeah, I remember that because I don't remember if I streamed. I don't think I was doing YouTube yet, but I remember watching that fight.
That one was a very. That was a very close game. I do remember the only reason why we lost is because they were slowly beating down our. We were in their cap. We had 40 minutes left, and we were getting there, and then they got the signal interference and locked us out, and then we were like, "Yep, we're done. Can't do anything now." That was a very good game.
See, Otter.
And that's where TNB showed us where their style just comes so well into play.
See, Otter, you said that Zeth came out and EXE started winning, if that's a coincidence. Also, Grinch joined EXE and they started winning, so that could also be a coincidence.
Oh, God.
Less likely, though.
But the timetables kind of match up. If you think about it.
I hope you better not lose your node this time.
Lose my what?
Actually, no. Well, you say that you're the 100% defender of the division.
Dude, we have not lost a scout tower since I joined.
I can't remember which side you're on.
Wow, dude.
I'm on weak side. We have not lost a scout tower since I joined. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm on the other side now.
Yeah, I'm on the left side.
The left side.
Yeah, the
I
weak
mean, we
side.
probably haven't lost our left stronghold since you joined either, so you can add that to the list as well.
Oh shit! Yeah. You know what? That is a great point.
Stop
That
giving
is
stuff.
that is a great point.
And this is where you lose it in this next match, and then it's like, oh, it's all in your head, Grinch.
No. That's not my fault. Just saying.
Right, so I need to get off anyway. I need to get some food.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, same.
It's
I'm
been-
gonna jump.
yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. It's time to get off. Well, thank you guys for showing up and shooting the shit with me for a while. That was pretty fun. Win and TFC. Good luck next week. TNB, I fucking hate you, but good luck next week. It's gonna be a very interesting fight. Hopefully, we get the 3-peat. I would love that, but if not, of course, it's gonna be TNB. Tune in next Sunday, or at the very least, tune in after the championship fight. I will be doing another interview with EXE after the championship fight, whether we win or lose. I will still do that. Probably not streaming the championship itself, though. Until then, I am the Grinch. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.